Thank you for joining us for another Works with DW Spectrum webinar. This morning, we are lucky enough to be joined by Joelle from Ai-RGUS. Thanks for joining us. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the solution and how it works with DW Spectrum?
Thank you, Patrick, for having me, and thank you all for attending this webinar. I'm Joelle Grunblatt, Chief Marketing Officer at Argus, also a co-founder, and I will tell you a little bit more about Argus today. I share my screen. I hope that you all see it. And yeah, please ask as many questions and also technical questions. I'm here to answer them all. We will have plenty of time after this session, after the presentation. So end user purchase surveillance system, often for security and compliance reasons. These systems are costly to install and the end user depends on them. This means that they want to be sure that everything is working always. Argus is a software solution that was developed for service providers of camera systems using the latest artificial intelligence. It enables you to earn recurring monthly revenue by offering a service to your customers for them to have that peace of mind that their camera system is working. System integrators that have adopted Argus were able to grow the camera base that they monetize with Argus by 104% annually. Here is an overview of what Argus does. Inspect. Our artificial intelligence software inspects camera systems and checks all system health metrics. It does this automatically and on a regular schedule. Detect. Health status information is displayed in our online dashboard and updates regularly as Argus checks the system. Like this, you can be sure your operators have the most up-to-date information about all the camera systems you manage. This enables you with straightforward issue management and the ability to see issues on a per-camera basis. Issues we track include the correctness of the camera views, whether any cameras do not have a sufficient number of days of recordings, if the camera clock is incorrect, and any hard drive issues. We diagnose all these problems on a per camera and per NVR or server basis, so it will be easy for you to know what problem to address and how. The system overview also lets you know about any failures of the peripheral devices, such as the recorders, DVRs, NVRs, and the VMS. With you can view information by device, by camera, you can sort it, search, filter it, and export it in various formats. And then solve. We streamline your process for resolving issues by providing configurable email alerts and out-of-the-box ready integrations to ticketing systems. You can configure the type of alerts and who gets them on a per-device basis to maximize productivity and to speed up the time to solve any issues. We have a number of prepared reports that you can brand and show your work effort to your customers. And for manufacturers that support it, we also give you the possibility of updating passwords, rebooting devices and cameras, and updating firmware to enable remote remediation. Argus is an automated solution that brings you information that is difficult to collect, but now that we have it, is easy to monetize. Here are some of the ways that managed service providers use Argus to earn RMR and provide peace of mind to their customers. Proactive service goal scheduling. Argus lets you offer an extended warranty as a service because you can better serve your customers if you catch problems early. Argus gives you a detailed history of what has been happening with the camera system so you know what's going on when you go to fix a problem. You can fix issues efficiently and even helps you remotely remediate issues. Compliance reports. With Argus, you can show that the camera system was performing, and they can use that for compliance and regulatory purposes. Argus tracks all the relevant system health metrics. It also lets you update firmware versions and passwords in bulk for cybersecurity compliance programs. Hardware replacements. Today, you need to wait for the end user to call you to let you know if there is a problem, or you may find out randomly that it happened. Usually, people find out a camera wasn't working after an incident, precisely when it's too late. With Argus, you can immediately schedule a replacement and charge for a service call as well. And then subscription. For customers who want to self-manage, you can offer them a subscription to Argus so that they can be aware of camera system problems and call you for service when they need it. With Argus, you can give the end user that peace of mind that the expensive system they purchased is serving its purpose, and they have the feeling that they are getting what they paid for. And if you are the one discovering the problems, you're the one they will call to fix it and to install their next upgrade. Why is this so important? Because as a managed service provider, your relationship with your customer is all about trust. They trust you to guide them in their security camera system journey and to highlight the problems and pitfalls they don't realize or don't know about. The last thing you want is for them to feel like you sold them a system that does not work. We're now in a time with security camera systems, like before airbags were required for cars. People had doubts about how effective airbags are. Manufacturers said it is just an added expense, but today you wouldn't even think about buying a car without multiple airbags. You know camera systems, and you know there are real problems with them working all the time. Build your brand and build your customers' trust in you by recommending a responsible design for their camera system by adding Argus. It will also be an additional source of stable recurring monthly revenue for you. As an essential component of the camera system, and with all our integrations, an Argus installation can survive any updates and changes over time. Argus is integrated with Digital Watchdog. We're a technology partner of Digital Watchdog and listed on the DW website. We cover all the cameras, all the NVRs and VMSs, and also the cloud VMS. Argus is also integrated with ticketing systems. The CEO of Argus, Dr. Daniel Reichman, is also the chief scientist with a PhD in artificial intelligence from Duke University. Therefore, all our development is done in-house. We have a very strong technical team, and we're very flexible for any customization. As a testament to the comprehensiveness of our offer, Argus was awarded the 2023 SIA New Products and Solution Awards at IC West as best in the category of managed services. And at GSX, we won the Security Solutions Awards honors that manufacturers and vendors whose electronic security solution have been proven in the field. Argus was invented at Duke University out of a need they had. The university needed a way to monitor their cameras reliably and could not find any solution on the market. Duke CIO Tracy Futhy and her team were spending at least 4 hours each day on just manually verifying that the cameras are showing the correct view. Therefore, she approached Daniel, our CEO, for a solution because he received his PhD in AI from Duke University. Argus delivered a solution to automatically uncover such quiet failures of the cameras before they happen. Duke has been using Argus to automate their camera inspection since 2017. Now it takes them on average 5 minutes a day to verify the performance of their system. And since then, Argus has grown to support devices from very many manufacturers and increase the metrics it tracks. Argus is serving the security industry, and therefore we want to highlight that the Argus software is totally made in the USA. Argus successfully passed its SOC 2 Type 2 audit and is aligned with HIPAA privacy guidelines as well. Through our partners, we're deployed in all 50 states, in Canada, and abroad. We included a short list of notable customers currently using Argus for their entire camera system. Elite with over 13,000 cameras, 2 Fortune 100 companies, including one with over 20,000 cameras. Currently, we have over 100,000 cameras monitored with the Argus software. Case studies are available on the Argus website. How is Argus different? Argus is purpose-built for security camera systems. In addition to our ability to verify that a camera is recording and that it has the right number of days of recordings, And in addition to our ability to keep firmware up to date and checking that all the equipment is on the network, I want to highlight our flagship feature. One major differentiator about Argus is the ability to monitor the correctness and clarity of each camera image automatically using artificial intelligence. This functionality is unique to Argus and is not provided by anyone else. The VMS will tell you if the camera is live or not, but any more than that will be a manual effort. And let me explain. To check your camera views, Argus gets the latest view of each camera. It automatically finds all the cameras with little or no change and will let you know those are healthy. Argus will also diagnose large changes and mark them as healthy if they are not a view problem. For each camera, Argus keeps a reference image on file, the top image. During each verification, it compares it to the latest image, the bottom image. Like this, Argus will automatically pull an image from each camera, verify the image for any view problems, and alert you if necessary. Here are some examples of view changes that Argus correctly identifies as not a view problem. In the first example, there is a car in the latest view. It is a change, but there is nothing wrong with the camera view. In the second example, you see a person moving through the scene while the person is blocking a part of the view. It's not a camera view problem. And then in the third example, there is a significant change due to the seasons, but again, there is nothing wrong with the camera view. Argus will only notify you if there is a meaningful view problem like due to blur, block, tilt, glare, low light, or feed down. And some examples, the fourth image here is clearly blurred. There is a person going through the image, but it is almost impossible to identify who it is. And then the last image, the camera was tilted, and you can only see about half the parking lot. The ability to highlight for you the cameras that have any view problems not only saves you time in needing to find those cameras across your entire system, it is also a service that is very difficult to do cost effectively. Here is a software solution that you can use to offer this service to your customers. Thanks to our proprietary AI algorithms, you now have access to detailed reports about the camera system that can serve both as proof of work, but also as proof that a new camera or a service call is needed. First, you can see a report about all this health information we have been talking about as a long textual record with timestamp. And this can be sent as an email at specified times or as real-time alerts to let you know whether any work may be required for this customer or camera system. Next is the visual and detailed report. For each camera, we show the camera information, the reference image, and the image that was used for inspection as well as the timestamp for that inspection. This report can be used for many reasons. One is for archival purposes. Now you have a record of the view of that camera on that day. Second, it will help guide the technician when they go on site. With this report, they will know immediately how to fix the camera because the reference image is readily available. And they can be prepared with the right equipment handy and complete the service call efficiently. Another report is the proof of work report. This report is used to show how the system was doing, let's say, over the last 30 days across all system metrics. This is provided so you can answer questions such as, what percent of the time in the last month were my cameras blurry? Or what percent of the time were my cameras not recording or not retaining the number of days of recordings? This knowledge is very helpful to prove compliance or to prove the need for replacement. This quantitative evidence lets you be proactive both about providing service and for issuing replacement components in a timely fashion rather than wait for the customer to find out about the problem after they are frustrated or even worse, after a security incident. Argus comes with a partner portal to give you an overview across all your clients so you can manage any size operation. The partner portal lets you see all your client accounts and switch between them easily. Each client account can be configured with its own alerting and reporting settings. You can choose to see all information in one place while keeping the information separated by client. You can choose to give client access to their account, or you can choose not to. Argus is easy to deploy and it is easy to add new client accounts. On the same screen where you see all your accounts, there is a form to add new clients shown here on the right. All we need is some basic information and a new client account is created. Then you can begin adding cameras into their account. And for the digital Watchdog cloud account, you put the string of the cloud version, and then you will see all your client accounts, and it's a click of a button just to add a client account. So super easy. In addition to the self-service available through our online dashboard, we also provide you with marketing, sales, and technical support. We make an entire partner hub available with Argus resources, such as branded flyers, a template email, template social media posts, frequently asked questions, and so much more. We're here as a resource for you for sales training, as well as technical support after the sale. It's all about improving the performance of your team. So in summary, Argus is a new and unique RMR opportunity that lets you offer a service that your customers need that was not possible before, while adding to your bottom line. Rather than waiting for a phone call from your customers, you can be proactive about their maintenance. They want peace of mind from their system, and you are in the best position to offer this service to them. With Argus reports and alerts, you will be able to build a strong case to justify a purchase order for hardware rather than have the customer wait until next year for an upgrade. And using Argus will show you as a responsible and trusted partner to your customers. It took advocacy from the forward thinking to get safety features like the airbag into cars, and now everyone thinks it's a no-brainer. Likewise, position yourself as bringing the next generation of security to camera systems by deploying systems alongside with monitoring software. So that's it for the presentation. Do you have any questions? We offer a free trial, so I invite each one of you to contact us directly and get started on a free trial.
Okay, any questions out there? Please feel free to use the Zoom interface for the questions. Joel, you kind of covered it in terms of you can make a connection to the DW cloud for DW Spectrum. And I know we do have a kind of an integration guide in our knowledge base for connecting the two solutions together, whether you're connecting them, directly or through DW Cloud.
Right, and it's really super easy. I connected a client. It takes 3 minutes to get your account set up, and then you literally have one button to click and all your accounts populate, and you click on a button just to add these accounts and they populate automatically in the Argus dashboard. So it's super easy.
What's the duration of the trial?
Typically it's 14 days for 30 cameras.
Okay, and are there any restrictions on it, or does it fully operate?
Yeah, fully operational. If you sign the agreement, all what we need for onboarding is signing an agreement and billing information, and you're all set. The trial stays with you, all the settings that you put, and it immediately transforms or it becomes your real account. So it's exactly the same.
Okay. So it looks like we got a question. Do you have any more information on the ConnectWise integration?
Yes. So I think you have. Let me pull it up here real quick. What would you like to hear? So when you get an alert, you can have that alert immediately go to connect twice to the ticketing system. Is there anything more specific
Okay.
that you'd like to hear about it? Or does that answer your question? There is a link identifier, I believe, within the dashboard that will provide you access to it. Please let me know if that answered the question.
I think that answered it. But yeah, I mean, so basically it's going to create service tickets automatically through the alert process, right?
Correct. Exactly. Yes.
So there was a question, is it inspecting for lost packets to the server? And so I'll let you answer that. Yeah, so I think the question is in terms of communication between the camera and the server, and is it looking for lost packets? And that's not really what you're doing. You're actually using AI to compare images and look for any change in the video, right? Not just packet loss would be something more native to DW Spectrum.
Yes, and you're right, but lost packets will be reflected in camera view issues. So indirectly, when you have lots of loss of packet, I believe that the image quality will be not the same quality anymore. So indirectly, yes, it checks for it, but it will not tell you a loss of packets. There will be an issue probably with connecting or with the recording or with the image quality itself.
Okay, so another integration question, does it work with Freshdesk? I guess I think that's a ticketing system from the question.
Okay, great question. So for currently, we don't have an integration with Freshdesk, but then I want to add two things to that. First, once you become a client, we look at the integrations that you need, and we want that Argus is um, your to-go place. So we will work with you on having that integrations done. However, we have a generic webhook available. So many ticketing systems allow for a generic webhook. So that could be the first step to that. Another what I wanted to say is that you can have the alerts go to an email address, and then that email can go to your ticketing system automatically. So a ways around it to get started.
Okay. Another one that popped up was ServiceNow. I think that was on there, right?
Yes, that's
And
there. Yes,
that's
ServiceNow is there.
yes. So that's a yes that is. Um, okay. Pretty yeah. Before we so if I'm understanding you correctly, there's nothing to install on site because you're just making that connection to the system, correct?
Oh, yes, so we have three ways that you can connect to Argus.
Okay.
One is the cloud version, so to your cloud VMS, where we only need that string that we were talking about.
Mhm.
And then automatically all the accounts populate, so we don't need anything on site. Then, if people don't use the cloud VMS, but the regular VMS, then there are two ways that we can connect. One is through the cloud, meaning that they will have to do port forwarding. We provide our IP address to port forward to. And actually, you know what? I have a slide about it. It's here. So yeah, so the cloud solution you'll provide, we can connect directly to the cloud through the IP address, port, username, and password. If they don't have a public IP address, we can also work with the DDNS. And then on a secure protocol, the information is sent to our cloud for verification, and the results are sent to the dashboard. If cloud does not work, Then we have, so if port forwarding does not work, then we have the third method, which is the hybrid solution. And that's the only time that, yes, you'll need something on site. You can have it an appliance, a Linux appliance, or a Windows server or Windows PC, that the requirement is that it is always turned on. And then you provide the IP address, port, username, and password for the VMS or the cameras, but it is the internal IP address. And then on a secure protocol, one image per camera is pushed out to our cloud for verification. The results are sent to the dashboard, email ticketing system, or alerting platform. With this method of connecting, we only use outbound communication. So there is no inbound communication at all. So basically, we serve all type of clients, the ones who do agree port forwarding, the ones who don't agree port forwarding and want some appliance on site, and then of course the cloud as well.
Okay.
I hope this
So
answered the
covers,
question.
I think so. I mean, a couple different solutions there, right? Whether it's so that this one here, the hybrid solution is really the on-prem,
Correct.
and that's feeding those outbound connections, and then there's nothing inbound coming. So from a security standpoint, but everything is happening in the Argus cloud as far as the
Processing.
all the processing, right?
Exactly. What I wanted to add is that Argus only takes an image per camera, so it's not a stream. So the bandwidth is very minimal. If that's a
Okay.
question.
Yep.
Typically, that's a question, a follow-up question to that.
All right. Covered that. So there was a question regarding VMAX and the G4. And yes, you will find on our knowledge base a integration guide with our VMAX series as well that Argus is compatible with. I think you guys started off at the shopping centers, grocery stores with us with VMAXs, right? That was our initial
Correct.
integration.
Yes, indeed, it was.
Okay. Well, yes, this presentation will be added to our technology partner page. It is being recorded. We'll get it up there. And if you have any further questions, you can always reach out to Joel or myself. Always available to answer any questions regarding Digital Watchdog or the Ai-RGUS solution. Looks like. All right. So we're going to wrap it up there. Thanks, Joel, for joining us.
Thank you, Patrick, for having me, and thank you all for attending today. I hope to hear from each one of you shortly. We do encourage you to try it out. So please reach out to us at any time.
Yeah, absolutely. Give it a shot. Okay. Thanks all. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.